processing unit in it.
Yeah, that's what I've seen a comparison from the Japanese, two of the Japanese ones, and it's like 1/4 of the time for loading and stuff. And it's like, well, that's really cool. If I didn't have a 3DS that I was completely invested in, I would buy a new one.
Oh, right.
Well, it's like the price point is a little bit high for me right now.
No,
I don't want to spend another, $150, $200 on a system that I essentially already have.
No, dude, and again, I fully understand. I'm just a single guy who makes too much money and does nothing with it. So
yeah, it's fair. It's fair. Right? It means that I can see for myself through your system.
Yeah, you vicariously. I mean, because that's another thing to think. I'm thinking about too. I'm like, man, I really wish they could just there was some sort of confirmation that the new one was gonna herald the 3DS play through the Wii U, because then it's like, cool, I don't have to worry about a capture card. But it's like, yeah. I don't actually see it happening. So I'm like, fuck, it's another $300 to spend.
Yeah.
That means
like you said, you make way too much money and you don't spend anything on it, so it's not really a big deal.
Well, I mean, that's another thing too. It's like, oh, I'm driving out to California this weekend, but gas price, literally, I went to my Arco today. It was fucking $162. I'm like, why aren't I traveling more during this time where travel is nothing? What?
yeah. The cost of gas has dropped down to a really, really low price, and I expect it to rocket back up as soon as I go back to school.
Oh, of course.
That's always how it's been.
That got scary for a second. I thought I was going to go to bleed.
Close enough. There are just so many items that they drop.
Yeah, this is a good area for that.
Mid-force.
Do it.
I had that with my Samus, and it was okay. Let me open this door here. And... Oh, jeez.
Everything's bad.
Yeah.
Why aren't that doing? I was going to say, why is that not doing damage to that thing? Lag is weird. Why am I experiencing lag?
That's always fun. Gotta love the random lag.
Right.
Well, yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. And I mean, another fun thing in terms of new things to cast soon. I think at the end of this month, we should be getting Grand Theft Auto for Steam, which I want to play the fuck with with you, Doodzor. You don't even know.
I completely understand that because I had way too much fun playing pretty much everything.
and fucking Gat Out of Hell comes out this month too.
Yeah.
So that's exciting. But no, just that stuff. I almost bought I was down at GameStop today. I almost picked you up a fucking used copy of Monster Hunter 3 for the Wii U because it was like $15. It's like, But then I thought, I'll see this weekend. If we go out and do shopping, maybe I'll just get free dinner. We'll figure that out. Because it's like...
Seems fair. Seems fair. I've been debating about picking it up, but it's like, every time I see it, it's super expensive. Like, the weekend that I went out to Havasu, it was like, oh, it's $20 on the Wii U, on the Wii U eShop, and it's like, oh, well, I don't have enough money after buying Mario Kart.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, but dude, we should also play some Mario Kart and stuff, too.
Yeah.
And we also should be playing Smash and all those other things.
We have a lot of options now. It's very nice.
I love it. I love the Wii U, too.
Honestly, I think if I end up playing Monster Hunter on Wii, I'm going to end up, going, I want to learn how to use bows instead of any other weapon that I've mastered at this point.
I don't see why that's a bad thing.
It's never a bad thing. It just means that I end up building way too many weapons. It's like, oh,
I don't see why that's a bad thing.
Every element, and then I need to
oh shit! Everything is bad.
Don't die.
I try not to.
Oh,
I got hungry. I'm sorry. I got so hungry.
You look like you're ready to die.
Oh man. So yeah, that's cool. I'm glad that we have. I mean, again, it's so. My forever problem is that it's so hard for me to want to play a game unless it's a social thing. And I even ran into that with Nino Kuni because I was like, as I was going through, I was like, I remember enjoying this once upon a time. I don't give a fuck now though. I don't give a fuck.
Menu-based combat is a little archaic.
A little bit, but I mean, shit, I play a fuck ton of Pokemon. Like, you know how badly I want to make that, make that melodic and like fucking Kingdra right now. Oh my god.
Is it Sniper Kingdra?
Sniper Kingdra with fucking scope lens and like focus energy. God, sounds delicious.
Yeah, I made one. I just haven't made it into a Kingdra yet.
That's funny.
I was sitting there, I'm like, that seems like something that I just want to have.
Right?
There are a lot of builds that go that way. It's like, Shell Smash. What was it? Shell Smash Crustle.
Yeah, Crustle's pretty
like,
cool too.
Oh, I'm just gonna make a Shell Smash Crustle. Nobody uses Crustle, and nobody's gonna expect a Shell Smash out of it. Mostly, it's like a Stealth Rock dropper.
Right. Honestly, maybe just from watching a lot of fucking Shady Penguin and Anima, I want to get into like UU because it seems like that's where where a lot of the fun is because like you still have strong Pokemon, but they're not like it's not the same 6 like you see every fucking match.
Yeah.
But what else did I see today that I was like, oh, I want to make one of those too. Damn it. I guess I didn't do that much impression. Biggest thing was just like, seeing the Icy Wind melodic was like, hey, that looks cool.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of using Snarl with Mega Manectric.
I just like it right now because in the meta, so many things are fast. Maybe that's just because I see Mega Beedrill everywhere, but even still.
I feel like Mega Beedrill is one of those, I'll just use Talonflame.
No. Mega Beedrill isn't. I don't find it to be a problem, but it's just at the same time, though, it's like if you let it get that one hit, it's like, okay, ow. Ow.
Yeah. It's to the point in which I want to go, I'm a Mega Beedrill just because I want to see how much damage it can output.
Right. I mean, like, I want to make Mega Beedrill, I want to make Mega Sharpedo.
Mega Sharpedo sounds like the perfect thing for every singles ever.
Right.
You just speed boost, protect, speed boost, protect. And then suddenly you have way too much speed, and then you just walk over people.
Right.
It's like, Swords Dance, protect. All right, now I'm done.
Oh, that's right. I want to make a fucking Mind Shell.
That's the...
Just fighting. It looks like it should be psychic fighting, but it's just fighting. But
yeah, I have one of those.
Yeah, it has Regenerator, and it's like,
what?
It
has Regenerator, and it has... Oh, shoot, what was the other one? Inner Focus?
Yeah, I just want the idea of, making it, scarfed with U-turn, and just here's this... Yeah. Oh, there's my video again. Why does my video keep coming out? It scares the fuck out of me. This is not a good game for that. Video card, what you doing?
There's not a lot of games that you can say, I can play this without seeing.
Yeah, but this is a game that I can't pause. It's dark. I was just...
Yeah, okay, you got me there.
But yeah, it was just scarf at U-turn, and pretty much no matter what hit you get, you're gonna come back at full health again. And it's like, that's beautiful.
I had that same thought, except I saw it had Quick Guard and Fake Out.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I decided, or maybe it was Wide Guard. It was either Quick Guard or Wide Guard.
I think it gets Wide Guard.
Just get the Life Orb and call it a support Pokemon.
That too.
Between having Inner Focus, it can be a Fake Outer that doesn't get faked out, or it can be a Regenerator that can just kind of sit and spin for a little bit longer than normal.
Right. Oh,
I really like that. That's one of the Pokemon that I kind of went, oh, there's flexibility here.
Right. Oh.
All right.
Let's get in there.
Just like this boss, it has...
It has so much flexibility.
Aha! Wow. We're actually doing a lot of damage to this thing.
I think we're a little over-leveled for this section of the game. Which is,
I feel bad! Like I'm too strong for it. And I don't understand how I didn't get hit by that attack.
I don't either, but fuck it.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Bloodborne's coming out soon, too. Some good games.
Yeah, Bloodborne.
It's weird. I actually kind of feel weird. I'm now excited again for Persona, only because I'm watching Baritone play 4. I'm like, man, I did love this game before it sold itself the fuck out.
There is a reason why it sells so well.
Yep.
It does have a good following.
Yep. man, it's just this good game. I'm like, oh man.
Because it was a good game.
Like I almost wanted to cast him while he was doing that, but he's like, he's not all about it, so it's okay.
What else was there? Shoot. Oh, Sins of the First. No. Scholar of the First Sin. That's what it is. It's Dark Souls again, except Scholar of the First Sin. So that's a game that's coming out. That's
I've heard of that. I've never actually seen it happen. But then again, I always feel like I've come in like with just the right equipment to fight that particular boss.
I've seen it happen, but it was one of those things that like it was a caster who was playing through the first time, and I'm like, oh, sucks to be you. You're not paying attention. You're taking your time with this fight. And they got like 3/4 of the way through, and I'm like, why can't I run anymore? Oh shit.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Oh goodness. Right, well, I'll wait here for you to sign.
Yeah, let me get to the next area and pop a...
I feel like we need to like battle more too in Pokemon. Not I have so many incomplete teams, and I'm sure you're in the same boat too.
Yeah. I have like 2 boxes full of just, this is something that I made, and it doesn't go with anything, but I like it.
You know, it's really embarrassing. I at this point I think I have like 18 Pokemon that are all bred, all EV trained. They just need to be leveled and like move tutored. And I'm just like, but they're at that point where I'm just like, I don't want to bother right now.
That feeling.
I don't want to bother.
I'm sitting there with like, there's like, I have probably 6 Pokemon that are like, I need to trade you so that you evolve.
Oh, you can always get on.
I should do that, but I really don't care right now.
I was about to say, you can always get on me. You know what's bad too? It's like like. At this point, I just trade between my 2 DSs too. It's like, oh cool, I'll trade from X to ORAS. Yay. Fuck relying on anybody, I'm now this guy.
I completely understand that, because you have 2 3DSs, and, my sister has Pokemon, it's like, oh, I could easily trade back and forth with her, but I just don't have that, like, wherewithal to actually go, alright, I'm going to evolve these things and have them all together so they can be competitive. Like, I have 2 Haunters that are built completely differently, and it's like, both you need to be Gengars.
Right,
I'll get to that.
Nah, I get that. Dude, Lee, I'd totally be down for that. I mean, that's another thing, too, is, on that hallowed day that I get a casting device, or if, the new 3DS, like, decides, oh, by the way, yeah, we're going to be able to play that to the Wii U, or knowing my luck, I'll buy the new one, and then that day is going to be the day that we know, like, oh, there's no support for the 3DS. I'm like, but whatever. I want to, I don't know if I want to become like a PokeTuber. I don't know if I want to go that hard. I don't think I have that much dedication. But, Pokemon battling and like doing like, like that kind of like live spot kind of thing, that's something I want to be into. Even if like I spend like a day, like 1 day out of my week just doing like, a road to rank kind of thing where I'm just doing rank battles and doing VGC kind of shit.
Yeah, I think that would be a solid. I think that if we can manage to get a group YouTube together, that like each one of us having a different like angle or game that we're playing through or thing that we're doing would make the channel more interesting, because then it would be like you're doing this road to rank stuff, and then like nerds would be doing like a playthrough of a PS4 game, and then I would be doing like a playthrough of some RPG or something, and then you'd have like 3 different types of playthroughs going on essentially.
No, definitely. I mean, and that's, I don't know, I'd be down over that. I mean, something I was thinking too, if we ever do our the YouTube thing, it's either, I think to start off we could do like do like we each have our own thing, we just submit it to that bit. But I think ideally like our main channel should always just be things that are kind of compilations between all of us, and then we don't have our side channels going off of it, kind of be like a screw attack kind of thing, where it's like there's a whole bunch of creative minds that are in there, and like the screw attack obviously releases its content, but it's usually the minds working together. But then they have their bits. But
I agree.
But that's also a lot of dedication. I understand that. I sat down over this weekend. It was on the Saturday that I was like, man, I think I'm just going to try and sit down and like just record a shit ton of content. And I didn't have the willpower to do it. Like I started for a little bit, and once I got to that moment where I realized like I'm not talking to a cast, I'm just talking to myself, I felt a little crazy.
Yeah,
I was like,
part of that is like, all right, yeah, I'm not talking to a cast. I feel a little crazy, and then part of it comes from like, for me, part of it goes into like, you go to edit something together, and you're like, oh Jesus.
Yeah, and you have to sit there and watch like, all right, cool. Like I only recorded like an hour of content, and it's like, Now I have to watch myself this hour of content of myself like 50 times.
Yeah, I have to check all this stuff, and then if I want to edit things into it, then I need to split it up, and then after I split it up and get all the things into it that I want, it has to